I think a lot of musicians deal with this too, maybe artists as well, like other visual artists and stuff, is that like you don't intend to like live off of your music. Suddenly you realize that you are. And often that happens because you're not home enough to get a job in between. So I distinctively remember with Avail, although 7 of us lived together in a house that was $500 a month for the whole house. It was pretty easy to live off of, but most everybody worked between tours, and we self-managed, and our shows were $5 to $7. So there's no real way that you can make that much money. But at some point, when tax season came or whatever, I realized that I hadn't worked like a straight job all year. And then when I look back at the calendar, it's because, there was absolutely no time in between tours to even find work. And that same thing happened with the solo stuff. And, I was working with like IATSE union and all kinds of side jobs, unloading trucks and doing set carpentry and building stages and all this stuff between tours. And then one year I was doing taxes, and that was the same sort of thing. And I was like, wow, man, I hadn't been home in forever. So yes, I think for me, it's an accident. Everything's an accident. There's no plan. There's no like I just finished writing a new record. It'll be out on August 12th. It's called Spring Hill. And I'm like, turning my brain off from writing. I've never sat down and said, I'm going to write a record. Songs just pop up. And then my brain has just been like on a different mode than writing. And I was telling my daughter Leela this morning, she says she's plagued with the same issue that like 3 days ago, I wrote 7 songs in 3 days. I can't stop. They won't stop coming out. I wake up in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. I'm up writing a song. Comes in your sleep. And my 9-year-old daughter keeps a notepad next to her bed because she says the same thing happens to her. Bless her heart. But like, so yeah, again, everything in my life is one big accident. And I should say that recognizing the luck that I've had in the kindness and support of so many people around me.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you're just doing what you do. It's not like, okay, I plan to have a career in music. It's like, no, you're playing and you're working to support what you're doing. You're just going with it.
Yeah, I'm just going with it. And it's scary, And I don't think I've ever even used the word career in regards to me playing music. And I can't use the word fan. It feels like most everybody that comes to the show, they almost feel like family members at this point, or, close friends. The thing with music for me is every tour cycle, every year, every conclusion to like a project, I kind of assume that no one will be interested again. And so like right now there's a bunch of show opportunities because, things are opening back up, and I'm taking what I can around my kids' schedule. And I keep thinking, well, you got to do these because next year no one's going to care. And then the next year I do it again. And I think no one's going to care the next year. And I just don't know how there's longevity in music anymore. And I'm shocked every year that I get to keep doing this. I feel lucky. Every year I'm like, well, what can I, what kind of other job can I get when no one cares next year? Well, I guess I'll try to get a job at the James River Park System, building the trails or cleaning up the trash. You know what I mean? And then the next year I'm still out playing music. So I just feel so lucky.
And that's a really healthy outlook. You're just like, hey, I'm going to do this thing while I can. And while people might seem to be interested, because next year they might not be.
It's kind of how I've always done it. And you know what, when people say that they play every show like it's their last,
yeah,
most motherfuckers are full of shit. But the ones who aren't, you can see it. And I know them, and I can see them in my head right now. But I didn't realize when the pandemic came that I really mean it when I was thinking that, because I didn't care that I wasn't playing any shows, because I played the last show I played like it was my last show. And I was like, all right, I'm cool with this. If we never get out to do live shows again, I'm cool with it, because I played that one the best I could. And you could tell the people are full of shit because they're the ones whining on the internet going, oh, I want to play a show so bad, blah, blah, blah. Just like, you know what, man, you should have killed it. You should have killed it at your last show, because then you could have washed your hands with it and then gone and get a job somewhere. But yeah, again, like I can't stress it. I love music. I love the community around music. I love the people we get to play in front of. I love the camaraderie in the dressing rooms. I love the downtime in the van between shows. I just love it all. I feel so lucky. I also really love being home. And so I couldn't be any more thankful.